The shadow of Murder Castle. The Murder Castle, a place where nightmares became reality, loomed ominously over the city of Chicago. Its dark and foreboding architecture was a testament to the twisted mind of its creator, H. Holmes. The building's eerie presence cast a long shadow, hinting at the horrors that lay within. Inside the Murder Castle was a labyrinth of horrors designed to trap and torment those who entered. Each room held its own dark secret, each corridor a path to despair. The architectural peculiarities of the building were both fascinating and terrifying, with hidden rooms, trapdoors, and secret passages that added to its sinister allure. Chicago, 1893. The city was a bustling hub of activity, a beacon of progress and innovation in a rapidly changing world. The skyline was dotted with new buildings, each one a testament to the city's growth and ambition. The city pulsed with the energy of progress and innovation. Streets were filled with people from all walks of life, each one contributing to the vibrant tapestry of the city. Streetcars clanged and carriages rolled by, adding to the symphony of urban life. The world's Columbian Exposition, a dazzling spectacle of human achievement, drew millions to its gates. It was a celebration of human ingenuity, showcasing the latest advancements in science, technology, and the arts. The grand exposition buildings stood as monuments to human potential, their gleaming facades reflecting the optimism of the age. But beneath the veneer of progress, a darkness festered. In the shadowy corners and dark alleyways of the city, something sinister lurked. The bright lights of the exposition could not fully illuminate the hidden dangers that lay in wait. In the heart of the city, a monster stalked the crowded streets, his eyes gleaming with a sinister light. He moved among the throngs of people, unnoticed and unremarkable, yet harboring a dark secret. His presence was a blight on the city's soul, a reminder that evil can thrive even in the most vibrant of places. His name was H. Holmes, and he built his empire on deceit, pain, and death. Holmes was a master of manipulation, a man who could charm his way into the trust of his victims before revealing his true monstrous nature. His eyes, cold and calculating, betrayed the darkness within. The making of a monster. Herman Webster Mudgett, later known as H. Holmes, was born into a seemingly ordinary family in New Hampshire. His early life seemed typical, filled with the usual experiences of a child growing up in a small town during the late 19th century. His parents were devout Methodists, and they raised him with strict discipline and a strong emphasis on education and hard work. However, even as a child, a darkness lurked beneath his charming facade. While other children played innocently, young Herman was different. He was intelligent, but his intelligence had a sinister edge. He was known to be a loner, often found reading books about human anatomy and death. His fascination with the macabre was not just a passing phase, it was a deep-seated obsession that would only grow stronger with time. He displayed a morbid fascination with death, often torturing animals and engaging in risky behaviors. These early signs of cruelty were alarming, but they went largely unnoticed by those around him. His ability to mask his true nature allowed him to continue his dark experiments without arousing suspicion. He would often lure small animals into traps, only to subject them to gruesome fates. This behavior was a chilling precursor to the horrors he would later inflict on human victims. As he grew older, his charm became a tool, a way to disarm and manipulate those around him. In his teenage years, he was known for his good looks and persuasive manner. He could easily win people over with his smooth talk and confident demeanor. This ability to charm and deceive would become a crucial part of his modus operandi. He used his charisma to gain trust, only to betray it in the most horrifying ways. This innate charisma would later become his deadliest weapon, luring unsuspecting victims into his web of horror. As an adult, H. Holmes moved to Chicago, where he constructed his infamous Murder Castle, a building designed specifically for torture and murder. His charm and intelligence allowed him to evade suspicion for years, as he continued his gruesome activities. Holmes' story is a chilling reminder of how a seemingly ordinary person can harbor the darkest of secrets, and how charisma can be used to mask the most sinister of intentions. A palace of deception. This is the story of a place that promised comfort and luxury but delivered something far more sinister. The 1893 World's Fair, also known as the World's Columbian Exposition, promised wonder and opportunity. It was a grand celebration of human achievement, innovation, and culture, drawing millions of visitors from around the globe. People from all walks of life flocked to Chicago, eager to witness the marvels of the modern world. Dreamers, inventors, and opportunists alike were drawn to the fair's magnetic allure. Among these visitors was a man named H. Holmes. With his charming demeanor and piercing eyes, he blended seamlessly into the crowd. But behind his facade of respectability lay a mind teeming with dark ambitions. Holmes saw the fair not as a celebration of human ingenuity, but as a hunting ground teeming with unsuspecting prey. He envisioned a place where he could carry out his nefarious plans under the guise of hospitality. To bring his vision to life, Holmes constructed a grand hotel near the fairgrounds. This was no ordinary hotel. It was a labyrinthine structure designed with a sinister purpose in mind. The towering edifice of brick and stone stood as a testament to architectural prowess, yet it belied the horrors hidden within its walls. Secret passages, soundproof rooms, and trapdoors were all part of Holmes's macabre design. He called it the World's Fair Hotel, a name as alluring and deceptive as the man himself. To the outside world, it was a place of comfort and luxury, but to those who entered, it became a palace of deception and doom. Holmes's hotel was a chilling reminder that not all that glitters is gold, and sometimes the most inviting places can harbor the darkest secrets. Labyrinth of Death. Behind the hotel's opulent facade lay a labyrinth of secret passages, hidden rooms, and deadly traps. Holmes designed his murder castle with meticulous care, each feature crafted to facilitate his gruesome work. Trapdoors gaped open to chutes leading to the basement, where acid vats and quicklime awaited their victims. Gas chambers, soundproofed rooms, and surgical tables stood ready for his twisted experiments. The air itself seemed thick with the stench of fear and death. Holmes, with his disarming smile and easy charm, lured unsuspecting guests into his macabre playground. Young women, drawn to the promise of work and lodging, became his primary targets. He preyed on their vulnerability, offering them employment in his hotel, only to trap them in soundproof rooms or lead them to gas-filled chambers disguised as guest rooms. Their screams went unanswered, swallowed by the thick walls of his fortress of death. As the fair drew to a close, so too did Holmes's reign of terror. His elaborate web of lies began to unravel when he was arrested for insurance fraud in another state. As authorities dug deeper into his past, they uncovered a trail of missing persons, all connected to the charming doctor and his hotel of horrors. The full scope of his crimes began to emerge, sending chills down the spines of even the most hardened investigators. In his jail cell, Holmes, facing his inevitable end, penned a chilling memoir. He confessed to over 20 murders, detailing his methods with a chilling detachment that shocked the nation. He described his victims as mere playthings, their lives insignificant in the face of his grand, macabre design. His words, devoid of remorse, painted a portrait of a man consumed by darkness, a monster who found pleasure in the suffering of others. In 1896, H. Holmes was hanged for his crimes. The nation, captivated by his story, breathed a collective sigh of relief as the executioner sprung the trap. The murder castle, once a symbol of terror, was demolished, its bricks scattered to the winds. The legacy of H. Holmes and his murder castle continues to fascinate and horrify. The building may be gone, but the story of the charming doctor who lured unsuspecting victims to their deaths remains etched in the annals of American crime. His case, a macabre landmark in criminal history, gave rise to the public's fascination with serial killers, forever linking his name with the dark side of the American dream.